Ta-da!
We're live! Woo!
We are live. Honk, honk, honk. Might
It's
as well
one
get
of
thrown off
those
the-
days, Brian.
Wow, that looks like a
Isn't this beautiful? It's a Courvoisier decanter that I got with a bottle of Courvoisier. But you know what's in it? Not Courvoisier.
No, I was gonna say whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's just some Four Roses bourbon.
Oh, that's right. You're Four Roses. Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Yes. There must be something about Tennessee. Hold on one sec. Say something. Hi, I'll be right back.
Hi, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so this is episode 80 of Unloose the Goose, and we're going to have Geese popping in and out for the whole show. As you can see, Neethi has changed. Hi, Neethi.
Hello.
You're not Neethi, are you?
No, I am her son. I am filling in for not the whole episode. She'll be back.
But the fun thing about your household is y'all approach all the projects together, and
that is true.
That's what you're doing today on Unloose the Goose. Brian, why'd you have to walk off screen?
Okay. It looks very similar to yours, doesn't it?
Yeah. Did you also get it free with a bottle of booze?
No. So this is Mapco Petroleum.
Mapco.
You know Mapco, right up the
Yeah.
street from you. So this is their 2007 big, huge charitable golf thing to fund the Science Center for Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
So that was right in the middle of when I took over their entire coffee program and helped them come into near specialty quality.
Yeah. When you took on the coffee cartel at Mapco.
So, oh my God. So get this. They're owned by Israelis. At that time, their CEO, his name was Uzi.
Yeah.
I had to present to their board because the guy that's in charge of beverages at a petroleum company.
Yeah.
He brings in more money than the fuel guy. The only guy that beats him is the real estate guy. So yeah. So needless to say, it's their second biggest profit center, right? Is beverage category. I got the senior vice president. He's about to throw the door open to a serious boardroom. Oh, good luck, kid. Hope you don't go down in flames. They call him Uzi for a reason, and they checked me into the room. Yeah. Ta-da! Who got the contract?
I know who got the contract. I know who always gets the contract, right?
Yeah, this ain't ever getting drunk. It's just gonna sit here forever to remind me of that day.
Awesome. Okay, so what's this I hear we're talking about today, Brian?
Yeah. Oh God. What was the actual name of the show? I blew a gasket.
Well, you're the one who titled it.
It was about media, right?
Yeah. So the fear being dialed up by the mainstream media.
Yeah.
I promoted it as we're talking about fear porn today.
Yes, fear porn. So.
Oh, Dowie's coming. Look,
Dowie's. Good. Yeah, he says he's gonna drop in. So they've had to ratchet. We got talking about okay, it's getting to be WWE level shenanigans to get you to even pay attention to the mainstream nozzle of shit. They've had to go to these luchadors, right? I mean, it's becoming just so silly that people are just not participating in it.
Well,
right?
People just overlook it, right? Yeah, it was funny because I saw a meme on Facebook after the whole Will Smith slap thing. The only reason I know that happened is there was a plethora of memes that resulted from that, and then my favorite meme was, the Will Smith slap according to mainstream media, right? And I think it was the Daily Mail that said something along the lines of major bad blood from a slap of important personalities. Click here to read more. I swear that's what it always is. It's always big words coming over. I'm watching all of the headlines about the inflation that's coming in food, right? Because everybody's afraid about that, and they're making them more afraid by calling it, catastrophic increase in food prices, and it's like 7%.
Right.
In the article. And okay, none of us want to pay 7% more. None of us want to pay 10 or 20% more. In Germany, the grocery stores have said 20 to 50%, and they're comparing it to the Weimar Republic era inflation, where that was multiple hundreds of times. Well, maybe not hundreds of times. I don't know the exact amount, but multiple times the baseline. We're not going from $1 milk to $1,000 milk in a month. Right?
Yeah.
We're going from $1 milk to $1.50 milk.
Yep.
And
yep.
that's no fun. Although actually I don't know where you can get dollar milk, but just go with me on the number because it's a very small number.
It's
$5 milk is heading our way, right? And that sucks for people's budgets, but it's not $500 milk.
Yeah. I don't know.
Some big things have to change for that to happen. Can it happen? Yes. But
is
it going to happen? It's not even. I don't think it's likely, although it is possible. It is possible.
Yeah, what .com Cowgirl had on their propaganda fatigue, right? They're all like, they had to go all the way. Think of how far they had to go this time. They didn't have to go. They played pandemic out. They had to go all the way to the tip of nuclear war. And nobody's tuning in. Look at the numbers. Like, they're not getting, like, you would think, like, the verge of nuclear war, there might be 90% of people tuning into the news to figure out if we're going to be alive. Like, everybody gets they're not going to do dick.
Yeah, well, maybe they get the outcome of nuclear war very clearly.
Right.
What happens if all the bombs fly? Well, like, literally, what happens?
Yeah, the news, the talking heads are just as effed, right?
We're mostly going to die. A lot of us are going to die. If you look at models, there are areas where you're more likely to die or less likely to die. And then those who don't die have to deal with the what happens afterwards. And when faced with that, it's fear, right?
Yeah.
But there's absolutely fuck all I can do to stop that if it happens. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do there's very little I can do to prepare. Also, I'm going to be wiped off the map probably if it happens anyway, because I've looked at the map. I'm like, I'm fucked. So I'm not moving because of it, right?
I live across from a nuclear sub base and next to a mountain.
Yeah.
Next to a volcano.
Yeah. I live within an hour of a nuclear research facility that's well known.
Oh, right.
Yeah. If you think that's not a target,
but it's
that's not a target.
High altitude nuclear explosion. Yeah, it's, you know what? It's so funny though. They gotta just keep the fear porn just going. And it just, people have just like yawned, I think. And
I don't know. I mean, some people must be buying in for them to keep doing it, don't you think?
Okay, so then it all kind of came around to, we were talking an all around growth community, right? On people aren't consuming, like, you consume what you want to consume. There's 12,000 channels. I get 1,200 channels for free.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, I could put anything. I could learn about like superconducting batteries tonight, or I could like learn like what some people are getting blown up. Like, focus. We're gonna focus.
Yeah.
Always like death and destruction.
So what do real people think about the dialing up the fear? That's what I want to know. Like, does everybody notice it at this point, or what?
Needy's son, what's your name? Yeah, we should introduce everybody. He's holding down the fort because Needy's dealing with businessy stuff, but he's talk.
She's dealing with me.
My name's Kavi.
Kavi.
I don't know. I'm involved in most of the stuff.
You're young. Let's hear a new point of view.
I don't know. My take on it is, if we were using the Oscars as an example, then we can use the Oscars as an example. Most people, let's be honest, I don't think we're watching the Oscars this year. I think, I don't know. The Oscars are overrated, and I think most people yeah, at least at a younger age, my age, I'm 18, by the way, at a fairly younger age, don't really care anymore. We'll watch for the entertainment part, but nobody's really tuning into the Oscars for anything. But there's a chart of the amount of views the Oscars got before and at the moment of and after Will Smith smacked Chris Rock or whatever. And the spike that we get is like a couple thousands of numbers. It's a very small like example because it's just one show, the Oscars, one event. But I mean, that's pretty much where we're at with everything. Like mainstream media with the pandemic is where everybody's sitting at beforehand. Nobody's really caring at this point anymore. It's been 3 years and counting or something now. It's kind of old news. Everybody's getting tired of it. Then somebody says something, there's a little bit of interaction, and then there's no Will Smith stuff happening now anymore. It's been past a week. Everybody's kind of just going back to their normal life. It is what it is. And I think everybody's becoming more annoyed at the fact that it's all repetitive. And so they're trying to pick stuff to spice stuff up, like in the news, but there's not much you can do at this point. And like we said, we've gotten to the brink of talking about nuclear war, and even that's barely getting any interaction.
And Foo Bear down here saying he sees they're starting to whip up race war stuff again.
Yeah, that too.
I'm not paying that much attention, but probably if it's it's like they just keep stirring the pot. Let's see.
Yeah, the race wars are always something they try to ramp up.
It's like the go back to when you got to circle back up.
But the other thing is the thing that's being masterfully done is the blue and red thing, right? The left and right, the conservative,
the WWE, because they just want you to bring a sign to the show,
and like that one concerns me way more than race wars, right? Because if you stop listening to mainstream media and you start talking to a diversity of people, they see through it. We see through it. Everybody is seeing through this thing and also not wanting to be controlled. What people don't see through is the progressive conservative one. Right. That's what they don't see through. That's where I get the but blah, 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 right? If I, with this color of skin, can say, yes, there are racist things that happen to people whose skin is different colors than mine, and that sucks, and it's bullshit, right? And then we could start from that foundation. What we can't start with the progressive conservative discussion with much success is, okay, I can see why you would want universal health care because you're seeing people not getting access in our current system to what they need for a healthy life. And if we can start by agreeing that's bullshit and not worry about what the solution is, and then start talking about solutions, we would actually have a conversation rather than come out of the shot with universal health care or corporatize everything, which are the two solutions we have, neither of which is going to be successful.
Right, because then they trap you on the compendium of left to right.
Yeah, and neither solution is going to work. And so neither side is wrong. It's like the whole meat thing, where, the environmental critique of cattle is the methane and the damage to the environment and all that shit, right? So ruminants are great at regenerating land. However, shoving a bunch of ruminants into a freaking CAFO is toxic waste. They're not wrong. That is terrible for the animal and terrible for the environment. So why does it have to be one or the other, right? Vegan or CAFO. There's a whole different reality that can be out there with ruminants.
Yeah.
So we're not allowed to talk about that.
Improving the land.
Yeah.
Right? Symbiotic relationship with the thing that you're going to eat.
It's fun because when I talk to vegan permaculturists, they understand the role of the ruminant. Right. And they just don't want to eat the animals. And so they figure out in their systems how to work that in to grow the plants, which is great.
But it has to be there. You can't not do that part of it.
It looks like Neethi has changed. Neethi, Gubby is no longer Neethi. Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Maybe Gubby should say I'm with you for the show.
We're doing. I know he was saying he wanted to say, "Come say bye."
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do the show with me? Oh, he's going to join us.
All
Nice, nice.
Cool.
Yeah. There's more the merrier.
All right. Here,
We
can move.
We
back.
need goslings everywhere.
That's right.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
We're talking about the fear porn that is
Yeah.
being ramped up by the mainstream media.
Isn't it always? So, I was excited when you changed the topic. Brian comes up with the best topics, I swear.
I just had my limit. This is when you gotta like threaten nuclear war to get people to tune into your network and keep buying your bombs.
Okay, do you guys remember? do you remember in elementary school or in one of my history classes? I don't remember which one, where they said, like the way that you generate revenue is to start a war. So that's what's going on, and also not just that, but they're always trying to cover up something. So they got to blow some places up where there were things happening that they don't want anybody to know about. There was that part of it.
See right here, Arexilia, or however you say that, Ariel.
Ariel.
Yeah, it's the illusion, right?
Everything's an illusion. So,
the overwhelming majority of people, they say, are moderate, right? Only 48% of people even voted. That means 52% of people aren't even watching the show because they're busy doing shit.
Yeah, if you're busy living, then none of this matters at all because this is only happening in the civilized world, as I like to say. I say there's a civilized world and then there's an uncivilized world. And I like to operate in the uncivilized world, but also communicate in the civilized world because I find that most folks that are operating in the uncivilized arena are more civilized than the people in the civilized world. But the civilized world, they're constantly trying to play on emotions because, our thoughts are more powerful than anything. So if we allow our thoughts to be possessed by the devil himself, who's trying to tell us that we have to be constantly worried about something, because really there's nothing serious going on here.
Linguistic programming.
And then there's the linguistic theft now, Brian. So on top of everything else, they have like this linguistic theft. Like back in my day, I remember that a virus was when the doctor did not know what the problem was because there was no bacteria present.
If the bacteria medicine didn't work, then they said virus.
Right. Well, no, what they said is that if there is no bacteria present, then it must be something viral, meaning like we don't know what is causing the imbalance. And then now what happened, that was always the way that it was referred to. And so they didn't have any medicine for you because they only have medicine for bacteria, antibiotic. So, which also is just another interference. However, then they would tell you, go home and rest, okay, because they have nothing to sell you. But if they had something to sell you, then they would try to give you something that they could sell you. And that was only for the people who went in to the doctor's office, which most of us didn't. Like my mother did not take me to the doctor for every single thing that was keeping me awake or whatever,
No, most people around the world don't just pop into the doctor.
Right.
It's funny because
that's a new thing. It's a new thing.
Working with a functional medicine specialist, which is a totally different experience. It's all about prevention. It's all about how are you getting sleep? Are you getting exercise? What are you eating? What are you?
Why are you eating?
How can you make up that deficiency? Why are you deficient? And then, okay. If you have pneumonia, I think I'm going to prescribe you some antibiotics for that one, right? Neethi may disagree with this assessment, but whatever. I'm like, I didn't have pneumonia, so it didn't matter. But that approach is closer to what my family doctor did when I was 16, where it was like a relationship. They knew who you were. They knew your body is different than this other person's body because the body's so complex, right?
Right.
You gotta run experiments on yourself.
And then it's like, why aren't you dealing with your stress, Nicole? You need to deal with your stress. If you stop being so stressed out, you stop giving yourself illnesses.
Or being tired because you're trying to overdo things. But
I never try to overdo anything. Shut it.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it.
Yeah. Actually,
Hey,
Nicole tries to do. We
Barra
ruin too much
Poligic over
stuff on
here is he's a coffee roaster, Nicole. And
Woo!
Oh.
All the coffee roasters are on
is
today.
stepping up to the next level and needs a bigger roaster. And I told him you may have.
I probably owe him an email introducing him to my roaster guy.
Okay. I tried to hook you
Because
guys up.
my used roaster is not good for him, but the other one might be. The new design. I think the new design's better because mine requires lots of. The old one requires lots of movement.
Okay. You guys have talked. Okay, good.
No, but I owe him. But he was talking to me when I went through my world of shit in the last 3 months, and I have totally.
Man,
sorry, dude.
Sorry for your week too. Holy jeez. Sounds like everything exploded at the holler.
Last week?
Like, like all at once. Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to take the week off and I'm going to regenerate myself and sit outside and be with nature.
That's like telling Murphy to go.
Mother Nature said, boo, 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 boo. Yeah.
That's what happened to me. I'm like, I was feeling like, oh, I'm getting organized. I'm going to have help. It's so awesome. And no, actually, it's just one bomb after another, but it's good stuff. I mean, like we're exploding over here and it growing leaps and bounds, but it's just like boom, 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 boom. Right.
Oh, growing pains, Yeah.
It's good though, isn't it? It's good. Govey's growing. Look at
him. He's like, shit.
You're excited about this topic.
A day.
How do you feel about what we're talking about? Because you were.
I made a little thing.
They already heard you talk.
I'll inform you later. I don't want to repeat over and over again.
Well, now on the show, man.
All right. He's like, I'll cover you because we're growing over here. We got all this stuff going on, and so.
Do you have the panic meat buyers coming to your church?
Yeah,
I do. I have them, and you know what? They don't understand what's going on here, and I make them, fall in the line and take responsibility for themselves, and so they're kind of like, wait. So it's kind of, ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
I can't even do that right now. I would have one with you, but I'm just like, ooh.
Hey, my neighbor's making me fish tacos after this. I'm super excited.
Yay. I love fish tacos.
And I have do you do smoked meats?
Me? Yeah. Actually, we have a new farm partner who's over here, Patience Farm, and they've been smoking pork for the membership.
Nice.
We've got smoked ribs, we've got smoked barbecue, we have smoked sausages. Oh, you would love it. We have this Polish kielbasa and smoked andouille is next on the menu is coming soon.
I think I need to go visit.
Well, I'm expecting you to come here soon.
In October, right?
Definitely in October. And if you can before that, maybe, I don't know.
Do you have a hookup for smoked salmon?
I don't do salmon because we have Atlantic seafood that we get day trip.
Brian, where do you live? No, Atlantic salmon is not allowed.
No, we don't have Atlantic salmon. Yeah. You're not listening. We have Atlantic fish, day trip seafood, fresh every single week. We don't eat salmon here because we're on the Atlantic.
Brian, you got the hookup for Pacific?
I might.
Well, I mean, all the salmon is up by you. We don't have salmon here. We have other North Carolina fish.
You might have some salmon coming your way.
Yeah, really? Brian, I gotta talk to you about that because I just shipped some in. But if you do smoked salmon, I'll do that at a different event.
Yeah, because if I do smoked, right, then it can like travel pretty easily.
Yeah.
And
smoked can ship, Neethi.
I know. I'm saying we just have day trip fresh seafood out of the water every week. That's all.
That sounds pretty tasty.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Fresh is fresh. I like
it. Everything's sashimi grade. It's coming straight out the water. They cut it comes out of the water on Sunday. It comes inland. We cut it on Tuesday. Everybody has it by Wednesday. Boom.
Sashimi. Right. That's what people should know about who are kind of keto-y, right? If you haven't looked into that, it's
I mean, we have it here every we just have every single week we have it. We eat sashimi every week.
Yeah, I love
Every week.
sashimi.
Yeah, you give a quick recipe. How do you make it?
I cut the fish and eat it.
No,
I mean, I don't really do too much to it, but like
my
you
favorite
know,
is like the Hawaiian with like the sweet sauce with like the sesame and the.
That's not keto, dude. The
that's
sweet
not
sauce.
keto, man. So
Oh, come
we're
on.
doing
It's a little slather on a big slab of fish.
no, thank you. We just do it's like I'll do a little wasabi root with a little bit of coconut aminos, maybe. And
Hey,
maybe not. Maybe
wait.
not even that.
Brian, look at who's in the waiting room.
Oh, shit, sorry. Ah! Oh, whoops.
Right.
He's got no way to make noise. He's like flapping his arms. Sorry.
What's up?
Don't leave me at the control. We'll fly into the sun.
Yeah, so I needed superpowers for this episode. So anyway, Neethi, with the panic media about food supply and now avian flu on the birds, like I have taken more emails about I'm not going to get my meat chickens.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Which may happen. It could happen.
We don't have
and
any
if
of
it
those
does
problems
happen,
here.
my next question is, well, what else can you eat? Because if that happens, it happens. There's nothing you can do to control that. And if you don't have a rejuvenating way or regenerative way to raise meat chickens, as in you're breeding your own, then you're screwed unless you know somebody who does. But how many of those people are coming to you, and then are you signing them up on subscription? Like, what do you do when the meat fear people come to you?
they just have to go through the same interview process that everybody else does. I mean, I treat everybody equally. Are you a patriot? Oh, you're not? Bye. Are you, I mean, that's my first question is like, also, I think I'm pretty discriminating here. Like I make them go through and jump through a whole lot of hoops because you know what? The folks that join the food church, they stay here forever. My people don't leave. They don't quit. I've had some of the same families here since 2009 when I started. And the only time that anybody leaves is if they move. I've had people who moved away and moved back and rejoined.
That's an interesting way of looking at customer acquisition cost, right?
John Dowie, you need to do a food church.
Yeah, I do not support and promote or deal with consumers.
Right.
Because
It's not consuming, right? It's you've reversed
Right.
it.
No,
It's
I
exactly
work with
opposite.
I work with eaters. I train them to be eaters. They're always like, what are you talking about? Like one lady, she said to me, your program's really confusing. Can you just like tell me what to do? Ding, ding, ding. I was like, no, I actually believe that you can understand logically how this works. And so I want you to understand it and why it matters. Because if you understand the economics, then you'll understand or get out of the grocery store. If you're trying to shop at a grocery store and come here, if you're trying to operate on the line and in two different worlds, it's very expensive. But if you only come over here, then it costs the same or is actually more affordable than being in the store and trying to be over here. So, and we have everything here like that anybody would need that they actually need to eat. There's nothing. I mean, you really don't. I mean, I get all my food here. I don't really go to the grocery store for anything.
I'm sure you have a severe lack of Cheez-Its there.
Yeah, we don't have no Cheez-Its here. Girl, I mean, John Dowie might have trouble shopping here. I'm picking on you.
Do you have hot dogs? Because
I do have hot dogs
and coffee, and he's good. I know you got coffee.
Hot dogs and, look at his Kool-Aid.
John Dowie, welcome to the show.
What are you up to?
What are you up to?
Drinking some red number 7.
At least
How's
it's
that
not
red
number
number
5.
We don't have no number 7 over here, guys. There's no
7's
number
better
7.
than
I don't know what the red number is, to be honest with you.
We don't know either.
Today I shoveled duck shit out of my duck house because I have too many birds, and it was mostly chicken shit actually, to be specific. But I got the Rona in December when I would have dug it out last before it froze, and then it froze and I couldn't dig it out. So I'm digging out 5-month-old duck shit.
Unfrozen.
What are you doing with all that marvelous shit?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm going to pile it up,
So
and cover
marvelous.
it with wood chips so that my neighbor doesn't have to smell it, and then turn it 37 times with my little tiny garden tractor with a loader on it and make fantastic garden soil, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Cooking it up.
grow
Cook it up.
something. I don't know what.
Mixing
Yeah.
it with hay is pretty nice too.
Yeah, I've got a lady up the street's got a whole shitload of leaves she wants going. So she'll probably ask me for dirt later, which is amusing.
Nice.
But anyway, so that
Like,
happens all
I
the
made
time.
that with your leaves, lady.
It happens all the time. Like people on my road, I love it. It's like they want a garden, and I'm real supportive.
You're
of
the
it,
Willie Shoemaker of leaves.
yeah, it's hilarious to me because they're like, "Hey, will you come take away my waste? Because like, will your ducks eat that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then like 3 weeks later, they're like, "Hey, do you have any garden soil?" I'm like, "You fucking just gave it all to me." But yeah,
Sure
man.
do. Sure do.
So I have some thoughts. I mean, bird flu. I didn't really like. So the first confirmed case of it in New Hampshire was right in my town,
Oh shit.
and I'm the only other duck farm like in the fucking state, unless you go way north, right?
Are you like hiding your ducks now?
Well,
Camo net.
I don't do shit usually.
I'll send you a camo net if you need it.
They're out there just doing their thing, and I actually last year
I claim they don't live here.
I don't know what they're doing. They're just out back. Last year I had a huge crow problem stealing my eggs. I learned because my neighbor was awake, stoned, and he saw like a bunch of crows stealing my eggs in the morning and told me about it. And I don't wake up that early, so screw that. So
good for something.
like, yeah, I'm a duck farmer for a reason. So I found out they were stealing eggs, and I was like, whatever. And then one day I went out there and they were all hanging on top of my duck pen house, my hut, like an 8x8 shed, and they were just chilling. And I was like, oh my God, they're stealing eggs. So anyway, last year I started covering my overnight pen, which is like 16 by 24 maybe. And so we covered it. And then the other day we fucked up and didn't close the door and didn't put the ducks away at night. And we learned, like, so on Sunday, I think it was, I got 26 duck eggs, which now it's early in the season right now. So 26 out of 60 is okay right now for me. And then Monday, when we didn't close them in, I got 9. And the next day I got 23. So those bastard crows were stealing like $15 worth of eggs every day last year, which is great. So anyway, I covered it for that reason, but now it's good because the people here, the government people here, are talking about covering your pens and making sure that law is being enforced. So it's covered. That's great.
Except they don't want your ducks.
But I let them out every day.
Ducks.
Yeah, I just let them out every day though, so it's kind of irrelevant to that. But at least I can show them cover on the pen if they show up. But then I had 3 Muscovies. This is the part I was really.
Wait a minute.
Out.
Wait, you just said
What?
if they show up. Are
Yeah.
you not fenced and gated?
I am, and there's a lot of bullets. So good luck getting back
Are you
there.
going to let them in if they show up?
No. So I might have to. I don't know the law. I don't know the law. I generally, when the government contacts me, I tell them to fucking pound sand, and it usually works. So
Yeah.
I don't
There
know.
is no law about your doing whatever you want on your land.
Well,
And then if you're making
maybe.
a sale, which I don't talk about publicly making sales.
Yeah, screw sales.
yeah. Well,
we
here-
don't
I
make
know.
sales. We have members who come here to the food church to congregate with me. They're here
Yeah, I don't-
congregating and doing and playing. We all hang out over here. And what we do inside the gate is nunya.
I feel that
Nunya,
way.
I
nunya.
like that word. You need a t-shirt that says Nunya.
I feel that way without
Nunya.
even without the church. I feel that way. My
Yeah, well, you don't
thing
have
is
to
like,
have the church. Okay,
Yeah.
listen, John, you do not have to have the church. The only reason that I had the church, or the reason that I created the church, is because I'm so blatantly preaching and I was coaching and I was doing it outside of any space. And so it was for my own CYA. It's like I wanted to make it clear to who I was talking to, because people ask me, John, to help them. And then if they don't like how it turns out because they didn't listen to what I said and they did something else kind of, and then they thought it was because of something I said, then they want to try to blame me because they're blamers. And so for that reason, I'm like, hey, I am the pharmacist from the food church. So then I can go ahead and offend them as many ways as possible so that they can just go ahead and get away from me if they're crazy. And then they have to take responsibility to actually talk to me because they got to go through all my, like,
well,
you know.
if they don't like it, they can burn in food hell.
I
Go back to the grocery store.
That's the
I
shirt
mean,
you
my
need.
thing is
Or
just
the
go
food will
back.
be burning somewhere.
Just
So-
go back to the grocery store. That's what I say. I always tell them, I'm like, look, if you don't want anything real, you don't want truth, then just go to the grocery store. And they're
So-
like, oh no, that's not what we're saying. I'm like, yeah,
So today's a sad day on my farm, though, because what I did do, because I don't know how dangerous this actually is to my flock, is I have 3 Muscovies that fly. My west property line is a river, and I have 3 Muscovies that fly into the river every day, and that's like their thing, right? And today, they definitely mingle with the wild ducks nonstop. So today I clipped their wings, and it made me sad. And I'm pretty bummed out, and they look
I'm
depressed
glad
to
you
me.
didn't have to kill them.
It might just be in my head.
Yeah,
It might
We
just
will
be in
grow
my
those
head.
feathers back and
Yeah.
fly to the river another day.
It might just be in my head that they look depressed, but they do to me. So I just didn't want to do
probably
it.
not.
Meantime,
They're
they're
like,
like
"Damn
looking
it,
at you
I
like,
can't
leave
fly."
us alone, John Dowie. Leave us
We
alone,
live-
brother.
Yeah, we live in the live free or die state. So the poor ducks, man, they don't get to live free or die. But anyway, so that was my move today to prevent any issue with that. But on the meat chicken thing, I heard that. I think you said that did you say that on your show yesterday with Jack and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nicole, I'm
so
talking to you.
McMurray had an outbreak and
Yeah.
they closed one of their plants, and
No, but-
that got
Oh.
scaled into all of McMurray.
Yeah.
They have plants like in multiple states.
That threw me off because I've had this is the time of the year when I have hundreds of people reach out to me and ask me if I sell birds, and I tell them if they want chickens to either go to this local place, and if they want to order them through the mail to go to McMurray or Cackle. And then you're like, McMurray's closed. I'm like, oh shit. No. But anyway,
I mean, if you look at their website, they had one barn with an outbreak,
Okay.
and
here's my hang up
apparently
though.
within 5 miles of that, any commercial operation at that point is going to have to
Yeah.
execute
I can take
poultry.
I was only 7 or 8 miles from this place here that had the first outbreak. They had
Yeah.
like 80 birds.
Well, the
But they
other
were
thing
dumb.
is
They were
They-
taking in fucking rescue ducks, and I'm
they
like,
were
what are you doing?
saying you could still sell your remaining poultry in certain states. You just couldn't have new poultry, which makes 0 sense.
Yeah,
but-
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
But
none of
anyway,
that stuff ever makes any sense. That's 90% of the stuff that's going on in the
It
media.
doesn't make sense.
It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, which is how you know it's lies
But
on lies.
why is the question we ask?
Well, here's my
Oh,
thing
to
about
create
not
chaos
having
and drama.
my thing about not having meat duck or birds this year isn't about not being able to get the birds. To me, it's I watched the fucking cost of feed go up 80% in the last year and a half. Why would I bring chickens in and raise them on my property with that level of feed cost? It doesn't make
Because
economic sense.
if you get your ass to the Self-Reliance Festival on June 11th and 12th and watch the Chicken Tractor on Steroids presentation,
Yeah, but-
you'll understand how to raise meat birds without
I know how to do
buying
that.
feed.
I know how to
Right.
do that. I just don't know how
I
to do
know
that.
you know how.
I don't know how to do that on 0.7 acres is the problem.
Really? Because you could do
not a
it
thing.
in hoop houses
It's a
with
thing.
sacrificial gardens, and I don't know. You could do it on compost piles. Those leaves and
Yeah,
way-
that's what it's basically you develop a
Yeah.
compost
The
pile.
way
Right.
It's
my property
actually
is
all
designed is
now
You
it
can
is
do
it is a small footprint.
It is a very small
Yeah.
footprint.
You can
suppose
also
to
go to
feed
YouTube
yourself,
and
yes.
watch the videos.
Yeah.
I've pastured plenty of
Commercial.
things, and they still need feed. And
No, we're not
that's
saying they
different.
don't need feed. We're saying that this
Without
is
buying feed.
This is
I
not
also don't eat
buying
much
feed.
chicken.
This is what?
I also don't really eat a lot of chicken.
No, we don't either. But the
a
people
lot
who
of fat.
shop here want it.
Oh, yeah, I don't sell that, so it doesn't matter to me.
Right. We
Um,
do.
I'm just talking about for
If
myself.
you had a food church, you'd sell that, Dowie.
If you had a food church, you'd have to have a little
Yeah.
bit of everything, brother.
Do you understand? Okay, so the level of customer I deal with the farm is like a 50-50 split between fucking psychotic people that I don't want to talk to and other people that are fine. The people that show up to buy barrels are great. They're always in the middle of a project. They're people like me. They're fun. But then the other people want to talk to me about shit I don't want to talk about, whatever. I can't even imagine doing some thing that would be a magnet for more of those people to come and talk to me about shit I don't care about. I'm not. This is why I sell the
Hey,
chef.
hey, everybody out there, are you listening to John Dowie?
This
That
is why I
the
sell the
reason.
chef.
No, that is the reason why my farms
Oh.
come here to the food church so they don't have to talk to you because they're just like him. They don't want to talk to anybody. They
Right.
want me to deal with the people, and all they want to do is raise the meat and the whatever, which is what they do. So why do I partner with farmers and I don't farm? Because I'm doing the church, and their job, like John Dowie, if you were down here, your work would be to fill the fridges and freezers and then go home. And then I deal with all the people you don't want to talk to. And then
You know what would make him happy about that is he only had to deliver to one place.
Yeah,
Right.
I need someone else to
Hefty.
start a food church is what I need.
no,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what
to
I'm
find
saying.
that person, you need
The-
an extrovert who
right.
gives a shit about food.
Well,
So
I'm an extrovert. I just don't want to talk to. There's specific at this point in my life, after being in restaurants for 25 years, I know who I want to deal with and who I don't want to deal with. You know, and like
Well,
going in
most-
and talking to a chef is great. You know, like, but when the lady shows up at my house and she's a super health food person and she's got 9 kids and they all have a different fucking allergy or something, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on here. And I
Right.
get a ton of those people, and I'm just all set with that.
The super healthy people that tell you what there's wrong with them, like
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why they should
We eat
come here
nothing
to
but
the food
this,
church.
but all my kids are fucked up. Like what?
I don't know what could be wrong. I don't know what could be wrong. And then so that's those are the people I'm talking to and that I'm helping so that John Dowie, you don't have to deal with them. And so I'm working, that's what we're going to be talking about. In October, when we have our first food church conference here, we'll be rolling out the affiliate program there. By the way, Nicole, that is going to be done by then, because if I can't get it done before that, it's definitely going to be launching then.
I mean,
And then,
I legit have somebody just starting a food church, not waiting for it at this point in Tennessee.
well, that's fine.
the backseat of the
Everybody
SUV
can
with
do
3
whatever
kids on
Hey,
the
look, everybody can do whatever they want to. Just don't call it a food church if it doesn't follow protocol, because then people are going to be confused about what it is.
Yeah.
So that's all. That's my only thing.
How
is-
can I be a? How
Okay,
can
I
be a
need to
food
change the
atheist?
subject for a second because there was a comment
Oh yeah, let's
from
go.
Paraplegic,
Oh,
Bear.
paraplegic. He's
Paraplegic.
and he was like, "I got to get better at preserving food because I grow way the fuck too much summer squash and zucchini."
Oh, I don't think you
And
can
John
preserve
Dowie
that.
needs
Wanna
to feed
say-
his birds.
Paraplegic. Oh my god, you have no idea what it's like to grow fucking zucchini in fucking Tennessee with squash vine borers. But that aside, so I'm jealous. But what I like to do with zucchini or summer squash, besides just eat it fresh because it's delicious,
Oh,
is dry it and powder it and use it as a thickener in
Really?
stew when I do stews.
Really?
And the freeze dryer is badass at this, but I'm pretty sure if I just used a food dehydrator, it would work too. I've never tried it. Just
Your
saying,
way's
You
better.
take the
Your way's
skin-
my
better.
way's
I
better. So
understand.
freeze dried. Okay,
Freeze
so
dry it.
freeze dried. I
Yeah.
totally have an affiliate link at livingfreetennessee.com.
with
I'm
the
gonna
skin
buy one.
on.
But
And-
if you
Oh, yeah.
freeze
Yeah.
dry it, it turns into this beautiful thickening flour that is not flour.
It is
And
flour,
that
and you can
means
bake
that
with it, Nicole. You
Those
can make
among us who
gluten-free
do not want
bread.
to spike their blood sugar can
Yeah, but it's
use
not
it,
carby,
and it's
yeah.
not flour.
Really?
No, you can make really good bread with that and use it for muffin mix and cookie mix and everything. So
Yeah.
actually, what we were doing, just for you to know, we first tried to roast all the extra squashes and zucchinis. And then we tried to dehydrate them. Freeze drying them makes them way better and better to use. And now you can use them to bake with. And then you don't have to use wheat. You just use the freeze dried powder.
I had no
Mhm.
idea this is a thing. That's fantastic because I can't.
Yeah,
eat
John
anything like
Dowie,
that.
you need this.
Yes.
I need a freeze dryer, man. But
Yes.
like,
You
Oh
take
my
the
Send
God.
me
freeze dryer.
fucking zucchini. I will send you the
I-
powder.
cannot. Okay.
Yes. Because
the
I'm
farmers
telling you,
in the farmers market, they come with like these like leg size zucchini, and they're like,
Right.
Yeah.
"Oh, we can never send this. You can have that." And I'm like, "Yes, I can. I can turn that into flour, man."
Zucchini
that's
like
right.
blows
'cause
out
you
up here.
You can
It's
do
crazy.
it whenever, right? And you got time.
We get so much zucchini. We get the zucchini that's down in the big ass plant. You don't even see it because you
Right.
picked like 38 of them already, and then there's like 14 of them that you miss, and then you go out 2 days later and they're like 2.5 feet long. You're like, oh my
So
god!
Freeze
look at
dry
that.
it and then sell it to gluten-free bakers so they can use it for baking with, more affordable
Yeah.
wheat-free products.
That's interesting. But you can.
I
do it
also have a question I see here. I don't understand.
Okay,
That's
so
it. The best way to store morels. People store morels.
Well,
we
we
dehydrate 'em.
dehydrate them, and
Yeah, but
we make
like,
make
you don't
powder
just
out of
eat the
those.
fuck out of them when you get them.
We take the morels and we actually
I'll say
dry
something.
them.
Okay,
And people stir it into their coffee. They do
Yeah.
mushroom coffee, and also and that is also something really nice to use as a thickener for gravy without using wheat. We don't use any wheat. We use only mushroom powder or fresh mushrooms. You can blend them even before you dry them. So you can take the morels, you can saute them with onions and garlic, and then put it with beef broth and blend them in the Vitamix, and it is gravy without any flour whatsoever. and it tastes amazing, and it gives you all the benefits of the mushroom. It's lovely.
Okay, KJ4, I got this. If you found 120 morels,
Okay.
what you can do is eat 20 of them and send me 100. We're good.
I have
Yeah.
a
But if
solution.
you're not going to do that, actually drying them works great.
Yeah.
Drying them in a normal dryer or a freeze dryer works, and mushrooms rehydrate really well. That's my favorite
Beautifully.
storage
So
method for all mushrooms. Dowie's got something.
sell them to a chef for $40 a pound and store cash.
Or convert the
That's what-
cash to silver and then store that.
Yeah, there you go. That's
okay,
what I
okay,
get.
Dowie,
I
would
get,
you say
I get
which kind of
$40 a
restaurant?
pound for morels. So
Yeah.
If you scored morels, what type of restaurant would you head to?
I go on Yelp and I figure out where I want to look, and there's a little place where there's dollar signs, and I click all but the lowest one. Okay, and I just search restaurants, and I sometimes I unclick that good for kids box too, but whatever looks super fucking fancy. Like if you see microgreens
fancier,
and shit,
and then any type of ethnic food, particularly like you
I don't
would
know
find
about
it-
that. I don't know for
Oh no,
morels.
like anything that's doing farm to table.
Anybody
Yeah.
who wants to buy from you, we don't
If you
care
see-
about the ethnicity.
It takes time to call on chefs because you got to go there physically. So
If you show up with morels, they're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, bring them in." Unless
That's
there's
right.
some
Yeah.
weird law that they're not allowed to buy from you, and they still might. But if
okay.
you see a $30 steak, there you go.
Oh yeah, probably high end steak joints. Would
higher.
just love the
Right.
shit.
Everybody wants mushrooms.
Okay.
And morels are hard to get in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And like when I get them here, they're imported generally.
Right.
I'll resell them through a guy that just does mushrooms.
Hey,
and it's
give
nuts.
you guys are good mushroomers. Give me that's a car key next to it. Give me any idea?
Just eat it, see what happens.
I never thought it was
Okay,
like
so
a
that-
John,
medicinal.
you are
looks
so
like-
funny. Oh my god.
I
That
have
looks
no
like
idea.
a mushroom.
I'm not a
Well,
mushroom guy. I just
it's
It
a
actually
giant-
kind of looks like
I
a
can't
turkey tail,
identify them like
turkey
that.
tail family. I would like go look up turkey tail and
Okay.
look at the different, like the many varieties
a-
of that. And then what's it? It looks like it's growing on a log. Yeah.
I don't
Rob,
advocate
you're on
using
here.
Censor Book, but there is a really good mushroom ID group on Censor Book.
There's at
the one good
Squatch
thing
Fest,
about
somebody
them
will do it. It's along my half-mile trail. We've ID'd like over 20 different mushrooms.
Nice.
The property has never been sprayed ever.
Cool.
And even if it was, the mushrooms would clean it up and
They would
convert
clean it
all
up.
that toxin into organic matter within 24 hours.
It's,
So
yeah,
that's how
that's
you remediate the land.
that's what people don't figure in their plans. You can buy land that's been damaged.
Yeah. So Ariel says it's not enough stripes for turkey tail, but I would still look up turkey tails because
Oh, Chog
it looks
Tonga.
kind of
Tonga.
like it. And
birch.
then you can
Mhm.
see other lookalike mushrooms.
Where I don't know where she's referring to with that question on whether or not chaga grows well out there. Where?
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 Pacific,
Where?
Pacific Northwest.
Oh, yes,
by,
right.
Yeah.
Within a half mile of the ocean.
It grows well here in New Hampshire.
So
45th parallel.
Yeah, same,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, because we're 6B, 6A,
Yeah.
something like that.
I'm
Depends
5.
How high you are.
Guys,
don't know,
I have to go. So I will
your
see
kid
you
back
guys
on.
next week.
See you
but
next week.
I
Yeah.
appreciate
see you
y'all.
next week at the episode, which we'll talk about at the end of this.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
The big
It
episode.
is the episode. Hey, but don't
It is
forget.
the episode you do not
Don't
want to miss.
forget.
Do not miss.
Everybody should be trying to figure out how to get here to visit the food church October 15th weekend. Nicole's going to be here.
Over 15.
Nicole's going to be here, and it's going to be the first food church conference. It is going to be amazing. So I am still getting all my stuff together. I am going to share links as soon as I can. I'm sorry. I haven't gotten it all done yet, but I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
Start planning your fall.
Red number
Start-
7. Cheers.
Save the date. Save the date.
See you
Bye,
later.
Nisi.
Bye, guys.
It's good stuff.
Dun, dun,
This is-
dun.
It's just
Here in a
fantastic.
Okay, now what do we really
Powder
want to
from
talk
Walmart.
about? Nisi?
Here, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to move myself. No, I moved myself down here. Oh, there you go. Now you're in charge, Nicole. Geez, look at
Oh,
that.
shit. Who the fuck made that decision? That's a bad idea, man.
Executive decision.
You know, it's funny. Our topic was like fear porn, and
Yeah.
we're talking about food. You know
Yeah.
why we're talking
Well-
about food? Because the one thing you don't want to fucking run out of,
Yeah.
most important, water, but food is also pretty important.
Yeah, haven't
So,
opened.
Dowie, I'm looking at you right now.
I look tired.
No. Have you been feeling better lately? Because here's what I noticed about you. Have you been good about sticking to your diet?
Yeah, I have to be, or I
So
fucking want to kill
the
myself.
color under your eyes is skin color.
Oh, it's not purple today?
It's not purple.
You were talking
today.
about that last night. I was planting and listening to
I
that
feel
show.
like
and I was
you're in
like,
a good place.
oh
Am I
no,
right?
she's talking about me.
No.
No, I'm talking about.
I have been having I've been having some diabetes issues and some sleep issues, but and some stress problems. But
You have a child now.
yeah, and it's I don't know. They change so fast with what they give a shit about, basically. Like today when I was trying to leave to come here, he grabbed my legs and didn't want me to leave. I said I have to go to work, and he grabbed me. He's only
Did he do the
9
thing
months.
where he walks with you?
Yeah, he's only 9 months. He didn't want me to leave.
Yeah.
He's walking for 6 weeks now. So that was early. I took him to the bar the other day.
I was gonna say, man, my first.
I
one-
mean, you
Oh,
could
I
have taken
dragged
him
her
to your studio
everywhere.
and put him on Unloose the Goose.
I thought about it. I was going to shoot from home and just be like, whatever, here he is. But no, I took him to the bar where I used to work the other day so he could run around on a Sunday and entertain the girls. So it was fun getting him started early. But
yeah.
no, yeah, I'm okay. I mean, like, my diet is fucking hard to tune in, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've been making these little quiches, man. And, well, the wife, I haven't made shit. She's been making these little quiches for me that are fantastic. I just take all the extra cracked eggs we're getting, you know, because we're getting those. And she, you know, sautés up some goodness and mixes it with the eggs and then puts them in the little silicone mini muffin things, bakes them up. And I take them in one of these Del Pack things. And that I used to have them in it. I take those on the road. I've been not good at intermittent fasting lately. I've been just kind of crashing midday, which is weird.
Same.
Hey,
Yeah.
your zucchini thing
it's
earlier and his quiche thing.
Oh yeah.
The zucchini thing and the quiche thing go together.
That
the
sounds
powder-
like that goes together to me.
I
I'm
tell you
greatest
what, I
idea.
killed some damn zucchini plants here.
Because
I'm
then you
super
could,
pissed because
I like the idea of the muffin tin thing, and then you can take little zucchini yummy quiches wherever you go.
Yeah. I saw Harvest Right for sale on Long Island.
Long
And
Island.
yeah, and it was $1,500, and Jake said it was a really good deal. It had an upgraded pump and everything, and I didn't jump on it. But I'm torn on the dehydrator thing because I've got 3 problems going on. 1, it's expensive. 2, I don't really have any place to put a dehydrator right now. And 3 is I promised myself no new projects until I get my shit together, as
Get your shit
Nicole and I
together.
have privately discussed several
Shit.
times.
There'll be
But-
another dehydrator
But
on
that thing was
sale.
so cheap, I should have just fucking jumped on it and put it somewhere. But
No, don't do it.
I don't know. I got rid of my quail last week, and then
You did the
now
right thing, man. You did the
I
right
know, but
thing.
now all my chefs want fucking quail eggs. This is the way it always works for me. We don't have it, and everybody wants it. We have it. No one gives a shit. It's just that's always the flow. But I think I'm gonna get back into them in a few weeks. And,
There's a lesson here. You know what the lesson is?
What?
Chefs are your problem.
Nah.
Chefs are your problem.
Well, this is a new restaurant. They want some. So
B to
it
B.
didn't exist 2 weeks ago.
You
to me.
cannot be all things to all people, though. Like
Yeah.
that's what's important to know.
Yeah, I know.
I keep getting emails about, is there mold in your coffee? Because somebody's really good at marketing about the mold. I don't know. And they sell
Like,
coffee without mold.
what the
And
fuck
if
do these
you're
people
that
think?
worried about it, buy the coffee without mold, because
it's-
I'm not going to pay for tests for every batch.
It's 75 bucks to get a test.
Don't they know that
So-
cheese is mold?
If you're running container loads because you're buying marginally shit coffee, you
Yeah.
just get a test and you
For
run
the
40
whole container.
Right. $50 divided
Or
by
you
40,000.
source it from responsible farms that you pay more than other fucking people who treat their beans right. You store it right, and then you don't grow mold.
Dude, I don't get it.
Am
Like,
I wrong?
Well,
It
no,
seems like
it's-
such a non-factor to freak out about to me.
it's the people that you don't want to sell to at your gate, Dowie, because they're the healthy freaks who will tell you about every medication every one of their children are on because right, they're healthy
and
freaks.
it's because of the mold in the coffee.
Right. So us unhealthy freaks on no medications, like that are like healthy weights and like don't exercise at gyms.
Yeah.
They were the right way. Like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. But
I
Yeah.
just found out that John Willis grows quail. I'm like, why
Yeah,
am I
his
not
kid
getting
or
quail
something?
eggs from John Willis? Because I don't want to grow quail.
Yeah,
I want the eggs so I can pickle them in
Yeah.
my beet juice.
I
Because
love the
purple
eggs.
nurples are delicious.
I tried to go too many directions with my quail. So I last year went pretty hard into quail again. Like I've always had them, but I went heavier in. And I was going to do this experiment where I was going to breed, I think it's Egyptians with pharaohs or something. And you can color sex them at birth. And I was trying to get into that. But then I got this Celadon egg stock. Uh-oh. So
Nicole bounced out. I did not
Oh, no.
do that. I did not do that.
I went.
I was fucking with the comments.
Right. I went way too many directions though with my quail last year. I got fucking ADHD with my quail last year. Then I had rat problems, and rats were fucking pulling my quail down into the holes at my aviary. Like they were burrowing underneath all winter. They were burrowing underneath and pull them in, and I didn't even know because there's 80 quail in there, so I didn't notice when one was missing. All of a sudden, I did a head count. There were 58. I was like, all right, I know that 20 something didn't die.
Rats are tough. It's like
Fucking rats. Yeah.
Like birds, food, rats. It's
Yep.
just like equals.
And I'm not trapping them. Like I'm setting traps and I'm not getting them. And I've tried so many different baits. So I'm a little
need
concerned.
a scrappy.
I need a little fucking rat dog.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my big Pyrenees that's there to protect from coyotes and shit, she won't allow it. Like she's a one dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said she's pretty tough.
Yeah. So when she moves on, I'll make sure that I don't make the mistake of getting one Pyrenees. I'll get a Pyrenees and a little fucking rat terrier, and I'll never see a rat or a coyote. It'll be fantastic.
Hey, Paraplegic up here had that he did like a 2-day fast a little bit ago because he's the roaster buddy, but he's kind of like, he's a little large, and we had a conversation the other day about eating like real like things with faces.
Yeah,
I dared him to look up Dr. Ken Berry's shit. I was like, I dare you.
Yeah.
And there's
a way though. Like if you're carb addicted or whatever you want to call it, I was there once. You gotta. Some people are cold turkey people, but I think most people are phase in people. But you gotta have the will. Like I took 45 days.
Easy the first 3 months.
After you do it that first time,
and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mike Rowe this week, or earlier last week, and look within the last 7 days. His interview was with this old Italian guy from like the Bronx or whatever. Oh my fucking God, he's hilarious. He moved out to California and was a personal trainer to these Hollywood stars, and he had to like get a lot of weight off them real quick. Mm-hmm. So he was doing all the research. He basically came up with the Ken Berry diet on his own.
Yeah.
But then he started looking into all the like, holy Jesus, they've been lying about all this shit, because he started just researching it because he needed to cut the weight off the actresses. And then he produced this documentary. I got to go look it up. It's Meat or something. So anyway,
you're talking about Vinny Todorich?
Vinny Todorich. Oh my God. Yeah.
He's from Louisiana.
Interview with him. Where's he from?
Louisiana.
Okay.
Yep.
He's got a little accent drawl.
He's great.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So he's going to come out with a second documentary.
He just did. He did 2 already. He's doing a 3rd. So there's Fat and there's Fat 2.
I haven't seen them. I just heard the interview.
They're really good.
I was blown away.
They're really good. And then I particularly liked him because I was raised Seventh-day Adventist, and they talk a lot of shit about the Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah,
church.
he does. Yeah.
So,
okay.
And then he's coming out with a new one. I can't remember what it's called, but he's on Adam Carolla's show a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Mike just does such like a general. He's so many like general Americans listen to Mike Rowe.
Yeah.
So that broke through to that concept.
I use
this week.
Where is it? I use Vinny's. He has a vitamin brand called Pure Vitamin Club.
Right.
And his electrolyte, or it's called Ultra Salt. It changed my fucking life. They don't tell you when you're diagnosed as a diabetic, as a type 1 diabetic, that you have probably, it's like 80-something% of us have an electrolyte deficiency if your blood sugar's out of whack too much.
Hey, that could help my stepkid's type 1 diabetic too, and his electrolytes are always it's always an issue with.
I drink fucking pickle juice. That's what I do.
Yeah. What? So
Because I'm a
Vinny's got a
lunatic.
thing for it.
Yeah, he's got ultra salt. It's just a it's
Yeah.
it's not that expensive, and it's I get his
Okay.
multi and his ultra salt. I love it. But I started taking that ultra salt every day, and it's also, by the way, if you're gonna drink too much, you pop one of those motherfuckers early before you start drinking, and then you take one in the morning, and your hangover is reduced by like 60%.
Reduced, but not gone.
So it's good stuff.
Yes. Somebody asked about the sacred geometry behind me. So this is it's a sound wave. It's like when it's a tone when the tone hits water, that's the pattern it makes. Each tone makes a different pattern. So this is a RGB. Yeah. Here, hold on. I'll show you this. Ha ha ha. It was super
We
fun.
lost Nicole again.
So it's she'll be back. Okay, here we go. So, whoops. Hold on. I got to get control of my lights. So it's a react. So it's called a RGB, which is red, green, blue, reactive tapestry. So red, green, blue. Okay, here we go. So there's come on, how do I do that? Go to the next color. Here,
good.
Go to the next color.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's going too fast. Here, we'll slow it down. So anyway, there's 7 different pictures in it because it depends if it's when you shoot green at it, right? The green will disappear. When you shoot blue at it, the blue will disappear. When you shoot red at it, the red will disappear.
Yeah.
So yeah, super fun. It's a dude. He's like his name's Pumayana. Oh shit, here. Pumayana. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Oh, it's all backwards. Yeah, Pumayana. That's how you spell it. Go to the website. All kinds of crazy shit. I got a bedspread for Candace for Christmas. It's the DMT frog. Oh, that's my favorite.
Hey, I love this. The snowflake videos and freezing water with sounds is going insanely beautiful.
Snowflake.
I know you're like, what are you talking about? Okay, so if you play certain music while freezing water, the crystal formations are different.
It's because of the sound vibrational, the note that it struck while the thing was forming. It so if you
we are how many % water?
Yeah. So if you look, 98 or whatever, we're the same exact equivalent as the ocean for salinity.
So what you're telling me is I could go into business freezing ice cubes and sell it and call it fucking rage water or something.
They
or rant water.
They do structured water.
Freaking out about something.
Huge money.
It's like different.
Okay. This gets us into the verge of the woo, but it is serious. So that pattern for Squatch Fest for my shirts, but with for my podcast with the little thing behind the Sasquatch. That is one of the chakra tones. So it's a exact hurt. That's the pattern it makes when that touches water.
Wow.
So that's what. So once when you understand like the whole Eastern thing, right, about the kookiness, it's hard to like get Western people to like listen to it. But Nicole just said it. You're mostly water. We all just said, okay, so that tone on the wall
resonates with water and
that's one tone, right? Like one exact tone. Another exact tone makes a different complete pattern altogether. So say you were really sick and you sat in front of a really loud speaker that made a really specific tone.
Like, for example, a perfect fifth.
Yeah, it's called isochronics. Back in the day, it was called binaural beats, but isochronics.
Not a tritone.
No, go on YouTube and look up isochronics, everybody. It's a pure tone. I
have a degree in music.
Yeah, you can explain this from the.
The reason I thought about this is different composers have written music over the years, and like Mozart's crystal looks different than Beethoven's crystal. looks different than Metallica's crystal, right? And some of the crystals look like shit. And some of them look really good. And you start thinking about, if I'm exposing myself to those musical realities, what is that doing to my body?
When you
And
sit
then-
in front of the
And then you go to your house and you listen. This is interesting. And I actually thought about offering my services to tune this. The fan in your fridge, the fan in your HVAC, if they are at a bad interval, that is creating auditory freaking stress in your house.
oh,
Which
big.
is affecting your body. And
Huge.
you can actually tune fans so that they are intervals apart that make sense.
Because your brain will fill the gap between the two sounds. It will,
It's crazy.
will
Like
harmonize to
you
the
can
gap.
have a tritone going all the time between your HVAC and your fridge, and that's going to make a lot of tension in your house. Versus if you tune one down.
You should swing by the grow room here sometime.
Yeah, I'm
Your
sure
channel
it's like,
explode.
I mean, and I've been in environments where that's going on, and because I'm listening, I'm like, why am I so tense? And then I'm like, ooh, ooh. And I'm like, fuck, that's why.
Great. Thanks for that.
Mm.
The water features, yeah.
I
like
really
all-
needed to be super aware of the 96 fans and 4 refrigerators here.
You're welcome, John
I'm
Dowie.
so happy.
I bet if you came to my event, I'd come up there and visit.
You came up here once.
I could be
For-
there again, preferably
here for
not in
Liberty
fucking
Forum.
February.
Yeah, you came. That's the fucking worst time. I don't understand these. The Pork Fest thing's great, but the Liberty Forum, it's like, yeah, let's pick the worst possible time of the year to come to New Hampshire.
I figure they're like, you got to know what you're getting into if you're going to move there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
I
hey,
thought- I
what's
think
with all this backlash on the Free Stater people?
Yeah, they got some shit online, didn't they?
Or are they just
I have no
whining, or is that promoting? Well, that's a good way to promote.
This is why I saw the title of today's show, and I was like, I don't fucking ever know what's going on. So it's like, oh yeah, let me just go and be on the show that we're going to talk about fear porn on the news when I know nothing. I know about Ukraine, like I know
That's what you know. I don't know.
I know the real shit that I know the lead up and the history, and I know shit about how like the Soviets or Russians, whatever, actually fight wars, and like all this bullshit about how they're like, oh my god, they're losing. I'm like, fucking, they're not losing. That's how they fight. They don't give a shit if they throw massive amounts of equipment and bodies at a war. That's what they do. That's what they've always done. They're an attrition kind of method, right?
Yeah, rope-a-dope.
Anyway, that's
Come
the
on,
only thing
chase
I
us
know
back.
about. I don't know about anything else.
Oh shit! I figured we needed a good blah title.
Yeah.
So
people
basically,
vote.
you just
Is
did
that
what
over?
the mainstream media did, and we're talking about fucking food again, which is
Yeah.
what we always talk
Is that
about.
over?
Right?
Is that
It's-
war over?
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to really talk about because we all create stuff, right?
Yeah.
And all these other groups we're helping start up that are creating stuff. And I was talking about earlier on my show today, like how stupid easy it is, and kind of giving some exact, like, here's how you get her done. Start making a podcast, right? Because we're all walking around with earbuds in because we want to learn stuff. And it came up, it was on, okay, so this was on All Around Growth on Rob's channel. We were having a back and forth on, fuck the media, and they are spewing programming at you, right? It is programming, but you're choosing to suck it down. And I was like, hey, I don't do that. I just flip on YouTube and watch, shit on YouTube. And a couple people were like, YouTube, I just get fed shit on YouTube. And like, blah, blah, blah. Like,
You gotta go.
okay,
look for the
it's
right
a
shit.
tool.
Yeah.
I've started 3 companies, like literally off learning everything that I didn't walked into. Like, I want to do that. Okay, I'm going to watch some YouTube shit.
Yeah.
Started the company like the next day because I watched 10 videos. YouTube, you can learn any. So last night we were sitting around and I forget the end of Jeopardy comes on or whatever. I work on a laptop and those guys watch the fucking programming. That's why I went off on this so hard. Because with 1,200 channels plus YouTube. So literally think of like any 8 words and put them together, like purple moon, cow, gravity, friction. Duh, we could like learn some crazy new shit at this moment, right? But we watched a rerun of some fucking sitcom with laugh track shit because some people can't take the thing out of their arm. So I just patiently sit in the back and just work on all my shit on the laptop. But yeah, that's when I was just like programming. Oh, what is
I watched.
Sorry, I don't mean to make it the Brian show, but yeah, that's when I just went off yesterday. I was like, so we are producing content, right? So it's up to us to like put out real stuff, but like, you know, remind people like, hey guys, there's real stuff out there. Like the more non-produced it is, the closer to like real it probably will be. Like Amy's thing this morning, her walking around for 4 minutes. That also reminds me, short content, right?
Yeah.
Attention spans are shorter. I love doing the long, I could sit down and get high, talk forever shows, but right, if we want to reach maybe some younger people that need some fucking smacking.
Yeah, on my microgreens channel, when I used to actually put content out there, I would do minutes for little things, quick hits, and then I would do like fucking long. Like I have 45 minutes on cilantro. And then
about how to teach a topic. You start teaching about like real knowledge, right? Then you start expanding the time.
Yeah. And then I have 1 minute on why do I mix my soil with perlite.
Oh yeah, like, I have a bunch of fucking perlite here.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to get right now.
I have a fuck ton because I could only order like 2 big bags in one order like a couple years ago, and it's like up in my attic.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, but for me that's a lot because I use like this much.
Yeah, that is a lot then.
Yeah.
I have like 140 bags.
I don't grow that many microgreens, dude. Yeah. I haven't grown microgreens in a year.
I had to get it that way. I had to get pallets, like, because it was fucking supply chain. So I got 4 pallets of 6 cubic foot bags.
I'm doing that with coffee right now.
Nice. Yeah, it's good. You got to do it.
If anybody wants to become a coffee investor, I need another pallet.
Right. Hey,
wait. That's about $7,000 right now.
There you go. Yeah, I've got about.
You see that it's come over the top though, and how are you feeling about that? Yeah. So you're going long right now. You're going deep.
Well, here's my issue. I want to get the coffee I want to get, and if they're not importing it because they're fucking stuck at the ports, which is what's happening.
I can't get Costa Rican. It's just
right. Like I can't get Rwandan right now, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out, but it's fine. What I really don't want to run out is of my hollow roast blend ingredients. And so the lady called me. She's like, "We got 10 bags left." I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah.
I got 10 of those and 2 of another, and now I need the other thing that's in hollow roast, which I shall not name right now because I haven't ordered it yet.
It's forcing everybody to go long, right? Because you might not. So
I've been doing that for
small guys.
a year.
Yeah.
A year and a half.
You're like, I have money. I don't have money because I just bought a fucking pallet of coffee for $7,000.
I took all that fucking government candy they handed out that they gave to businesses that were, shut down because whatever. And I bought all kinds of shit. Like 4 pallets of soil, 4 pallets of perlite, 1,000 pounds of pea tendril seeds, fucking 200 pounds of black oil sunflower, which that was smart.
A website that hasn't fucking launched yet.
A website that hasn't launched yet. I spent a lot of time on that last week. Holy mind numbing. Oh my God. I don't know how you do that, but I spent like 6 hours and I had 1 fucking page. That's not even that important because I started on an unimportant page to start learning. Oh my God. But I mean, it's the learning curve. So the next pages will hopefully be faster, but, and then I got to start on my family tree website because our family historian abruptly died like 3 weeks ago.
Wait. Didn't you die this week too?
Oh yeah, I'm dead too.
John's dead, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
coming to us from beyond the grave. John Dowie.
Social Security Administration. I'm a goner.
All income has ceased.
No, actually, I found out that was a paperwork error on the SBA's part. So I'm not, because I called Social Security. By the way, good luck fucking calling Social Security right now because they're closed for in-person visits because COVID. Fucking ridiculous.
Here's what we've learned in COVID.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to fucking see you in person. That's what we've learned.
that's right. Yeah,
We're closed.
yeah.
What? You
So,
can't close.
I called 3 offices, and the national number finally got through to the one office that actually was helpful to me like 10 years ago. Answered the phone and looked it all up and was like, "You're not dead." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. Thanks." So then I got a hold of SBA and they were like, "Oh, it looks like your social security number was entered wrong." I'm like, "Okay, fucking wonderful."
They fat fingered it and didn't even go to like type it
Yeah.
in twice.
I actually got to
to
do something else for that now that I'm thinking about it, talking about it, because I'm trying to. I love they send. I didn't tell this story right where they send
It
you
could
an
be
email.
useful. Don't get rid of that thing.
They send you an email that says you're eligible to increase your emergency loan amount,
Yeah.
right? At 3%.
I got that
interest.
email. I did not increase mine.
3% interest, 30 years. You're making money. I'll take it all. So
I'm like, check your eligibility, right?
yeah,
There's absolutely no fucking parameters for that.
yeah, I know. And then you go
I'm
on
like,
the website.
do I
and you
have to
can't-
have made less? Because I made more.
Yeah.
So I don't really think I qualify.
Well,
And
this
then I don't
alone,
want to
they
deal with
might.
it if I don't qualify.
They're
This alone,
setting
so
up
they might be more
PDC.
likely.
They are just trying to get a pipeline to hand money out.
Yeah.
But
Well, they got it. The
buy
problem
Bitcoin.
is,
Just buy Bitcoin.
speaking of the fear porn, you hear about all the time how they're like, "Oh, well, there's all this money they didn't spend in the COVID bills and all this." This is probably just part of that. But no, so you go on their
No, it
website and
is.
you can't find where to apply. And then I see this little link and I click on this link and no shit. Have you ever dimmed a fucking Wi-Fi light with the slider and the little
Yeah.
bubble? Or you're like on your cell phone when you do the brightness adjustment? It's fucking one of those. It goes up to whatever.
Just
It's
give
like
me
a
all the
slider. I'm like, oh, good. The government gives money away now with a fucking Wi-Fi dimmer slider. This is the best. Yeah. So I'm in the middle of that because I'm like, I'm going to put up more stuff for the business because we're growing. We accidentally grew yesterday. I didn't even share this news either. but
Yeah, what'd you do?
I got a phone call. So when I went after this restaurant in Boston last year and they have 4 and I met with this head chef. He's like a celebrity chef guy. And he had a guy for 3 of his restaurants, but he had mentioned that guy was fucking shady and pissed him off all the time. And was like adding shit to his invoices and stuff that wasn't there and whatever. So I ended up getting the Spanish restaurant they do, or Mexican or whatever it is, with cilantro and peas. But the other 3 I didn't get, right? He called me yesterday and was like, "I'm fucking sick of this guy. You're in." So I picked up like 3 big restaurants in Boston yesterday out of the blue.
Nice.
So I planted till 4 a.m. last night.
Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, now they're on rotation, right? You got,
Yeah.
10 days to deliver?
Yeah, I got to plant like an extra 60 flats now, which is
Yeah.
great. But I got to get stuff. I did a seed inventory yesterday, and I'm looking at $3,000-$4,000 worth of seeds because the best fucking seed company got bought by the worst fucking seed company. So True Leaf Market bought Kitazawa. So now us microgreens growers are kind of we're grabbed,
I'm growing like microgreen lettuce right now as actual lettuce.
Yeah.
From True Leaf.
How could you 1099 a guy to do your deliveries? So you could
Man.
just
I like to,
4x your shit.
I like to fucking interact with the chefs.
Oh, you like that part of it. Well, why don't you like
Well,
1099?
that's actually good because he sells more when he does that.
I do.
see
Yeah,
why.
yeah, because you are.
I
the
walk
same-
in, I see fucking syrup on their shelf. I'm like, "Hey man, I sell syrup." It's just I make a lot more that way.
So
We got a good thing going. Jenny harvests all this shit because I hate harvest. I plant
Yeah.
it and drive it around. It's all good. Like I don't need an. I had an employee. It was fine. Like I had an employee. I had one employee that was good. I had another one that was really good. I had one that was a lunatic, and then COVID happened, and we didn't. You gotta employ somebody when there's $0 going out the door. So
Yeah, what's
And we
something
just didn't
else
go
you
back.
could
She didn't-
distribute,
she didn't go back to bartending. So like the plan was she wasn't gonna go back, and then we also had a baby. So I'm like, fuck that, stay home and raise my kid.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. No, is there any other families you could anybody else got kids like your age? You could be the the coming school.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm that guy. And my dog will fucking try to eat them.
Try to
I have
eat their
wait.
mom.
I have to wait till the dog's gone. I love my dog, but I have to wait till she dies. I know that sounds terrible, but she's not good with people, and that is on me somewhat, obviously. But she's not right in the head, just like her owner. So Nick Ferguson helped me a lot to train this dog, and we've gotten her to where we're going to get her, I think. And
And this is why I'm not adding an LGD right now.
yeah, you got to know this was my first dog as an adult, and that was probably a mistake to get a livestock dog. And it was also probably a mistake we bought a dog in Western Virginia, not West Virginia, Western Shenandoah Valley, from a farm, brought him home, big fucking Great Pyrenees puppy. And he had seizures and died at like 16 weeks. And he was like gentle giant demeanor, right?
Mm-hmm.
He probably had some neurological problem though. Then I was like, we did the we're bummed out thing, you know? And then I found a Pyrenees in Greenfield, Mass, and ran down, and they only had one left. And I was like, yeah, I'll take her. And she's fucking nuts. I love her, but wow. She's crazy. So, and she definitely has like some, you know, aggression issues that we've got them at bay. But like, if the wrong person comes by and they're not good with dogs, it's no good.
Well, can
So
you
I have to
shoot
watch out.
coyotes, or could you have to like?
I can, but it's easier to not see them ever.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's the best thing with.
Yeah. They don't.
It's a trade-off.
They
though.
live on
Yeah.
the fucking road where I live. I'm on a dead end lake road, and there's reports all the time way down inside. It's only like 2 miles long, maybe this road. There's always reports. Oh, coyotes in the grove, and I'm like, nah, not up here. Never.
Yeah,
Fucking
not with the crazy dog,
Yeah.
but you got to deal with the crazy dog.
Everybody fence your backyard, and we'll get one big long joining fence. Get 3-4 Pyrenees. You'll never see a fucking coyote again.
You might lose some Pyrenees in that too,
Yeah.
based on my limited experience.
Oh, yeah. Just for the dog wars, the coyote wars. Yeah, that's what the old farmer by me is like.
They're
Don't
not that
shoot
bad,
them all. He's like,
Yeah,
they'll come
well-
back stronger.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, if you kill the alpha or some shit, like it gets worse, maybe something like that. I don't know how true that is. It's so hard to figure that out. Like,
Because I was just gonna go.
Well, I
okay,
can
I'm
tell you
just
this,
gonna-
Dowie. I
just-
don't have Pyrenees, but I had dogs. I
Yeah.
had 3 dogs. 1 dog died.
yeah, sorry.
That dog died in August. Since that time, and there were 4 dogs really in the holler. Since that time, I have had a dog get hurt, just hurt, and then other 2 dogs attacked that dog because she was hurt, which
Ah.
would have never happened had the other dog still been alive.
So the person, the one keeping the peace,
Yeah,
the dominant one. Now they're all fighting.
Peacekeeper died, and now I'm going to a trainer every 2 weeks. And
Yeah. So there was no
cracking
natural
down on some
succession
shit
there,
here.
huh?
Huh?
A lot of time, there's no natural. There wasn't like a natural succession in that pack. Which is
There
in-
was,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen right.
Oh.
And the demeanor of the one who took over is kill the weak.
No.
Oh, that's no good.
That's no good. And then somebody got hurt,
Yeah.
and now they're weak.
Was that the one with the cone?
The one who's still fucking hurt. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, really?
Is that not healing
that's
at
been
all?
like 2
It's-
months.
she's been recovering since January.
Jesus. Yeah, that's been a while.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
so-
it was a bad, and that
Because I
had
was-
nothing to do with the dogs, right?
Yeah.
She just hurt herself. Right?
I was in COVID land when you sent me those pictures.
Yeah, I was like, I have COVID and my dog is hurt.
Yeah. Oh, you were in COVID land, right? That's right.
We both had COVID. At the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Are we allowed to say that now that the fucking bullshit's over? COVID.
Is
I
her,
mean,
is
you
her
have the
wound
flu, you have the flu,
closing?
you have COVID. I
Say
had
whatever
the
the fuck I
bad
want.
cold that resulted in breathing problems and the loss of my
Oh.
smell that
Ugh.
came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Did you
that.
do anything to get your smell?
Twice.
So my wife still can't smell.
Oh,
Yeah, I did. And this comes from Neethi. She
Yeah.
told me to put frankincense on my tongue
Oh.
and hold it to the roof of my mouth twice a day.
Can you get frankincense is still a thing?
Yeah. It's
I
an
just thought that was
essential
in the
oil.
Bible or some shit.
No, just get the essential oil and do it, and it may not work.
You said put it on your tongue?
I put it on my tongue, held my tongue to the roof of the mouth
Okay.
twice a day.
She'll try anything right now because like literally hasn't been able to smell anything since late December.
so
Yeah, I didn't. So I only lost my smell for 2 days, but I was doing the frankincense thing before I lost it and after I lost it.
the
Ah.
the
What's
active
that?
the active ingredient in CBD, right? It's the world's most anti-inflammatory substance. So say your sinuses and all that were all fucked up. You just rub that all in there like twice a day. The anti-inflammatory that might anti-inflame all your entire thing. Just saying.
Yeah, we'll try some
Hey,
stuff. I
Freedom
don't know.
Media, my opinion is we should only ever have 2 dogs, not 3 dogs, not 4 dogs.
2's good. Yeah, my 3-dog circus was.
When I had 3 dogs, it was like a cluster. And
Yeah.
then I lost one, but there were still 3 dogs here. And then we had the fight, and there was 2-on-1, and that sucked. But
Two's-
yeah,
Two's
Rottweilers are
perfect.
another whole little thing.
Because then there's
I like Rottweilers a lot.
2's great. A clear leader.
I mean,
Fry frankincense.
Yeah.
okay.
Because here's the thing: it ain't gonna hurt anything, and it's not unpleasant. And if it works, and if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it costs you $25.
Do I have
Herbal
to get some
stuff.
kind of food grade essential oil or something?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get that
Yeah.
today. Can I get it
Hit
on
me
the-
up. I'll fucking send you one.
Send me a link.
Yeah. DM
Um,
me your shipping address. I'll get you out a plain cream. I put a little comfrey in the latest.
I
batch.
don't need to DM shit. It's 2 Colette's Grove Road, Derry, New Hampshire. I'm like
Okay,
finding me is
well,
not difficult.
No, okay, Dowie Farm.
Years
I'll
ago,
send you,
yeah,
I'll
years
send
ago,
you shit
somebody,
out when I get time to sit down at the
some
mailings.
fucking commie on my brother's Facebook page got all butthurt over something I said and threatened to kick my ass. And I was like, he's like, "Where do you live? I'll come find you." I was like, "I'm not hard to find, asshole."
Yeah.
Dowie
Yeah, no.
Farm, like that's my fucking home address and my cell number. Come see it.
Yeah, Food
You know,
Forest
like,
Farms.
Kidding me?
I'm on the map.
I
I
love
get
it.
called-
30-day
I've got-
review says hit that like.
I've got calls because of this show.
Yeah, hit
funny.
that like. Come on.
I'll answer my phone and it'll be like, "Hey, I saw you on Unloose the Goose." Like, "Hey,
Oh.
what's up?"
I finally got my first Unloose the Goose hater. It's great.
Oh, really? Wait. Tell us about the Unloosed
Oh, really?
Hater.
Oh yeah. I'm not a Buddhist because I don't respect people.
Wait, are you a Buddhist?
I identify as Buddhist.
How do you not respect people?
Yeah, I think it was my snowflake comments. Yeah. Oh, it was all about why he quit Unloose the Goose because I'm a tyrant.
What are we down to 70 viewers now?
Wait, you can quit Unloose the Goose?
Yeah,
right?
Yes, you can.
I quit.
Is that a thing?
Did we
It's
have a
so
membership
funny.
I didn't know about?
Yeah. When you get like berated,
Is there a
instead
goose
of,
card?
here's all the Buddhist creeds you're breaching. Blah.
He no
blah,
longer
blah.
wants to be
You're
left
not
alone.
a Buddhist. Like, okay, I can. I guess I claim to be one on TV, but you
He's
know.
guy's gonna get a flag with like a fucking chickadee on it that says "mess with me" instead of "leave us alone."
Mess with me.
Oh,
Interfere with
It
my
could
life.
say don't tread on me.
I tried to
Oh, yeah.
tried to get more out of
I
him
like
because I
the-
was gonna run a coupon code if it was a snowflake comment or
I like the
whatever.
fake-
You know.
"Don't tread on me" signs. I really like them. I have one at home that's the
Oh.
"no step on snack" one. I love that.
No step on snack is
I
one
have
of my
that one at
favorites.
home in the home studio that I've never used.
Mhm.
But
I got on a really, really tall shakety ladder and zip tied on some fucking pulleys to my straight up flagpole that I'm growing. As soon as she goes another 6 feet, I'm strapping on the snake flag, and Candace knows it. Oh yeah, she's
Is
like
this a
counting
tree?
days. Yeah. A Japanese daughter tree. It grows 6 to 12 feet a year.
really,
I've cut off every branch except the straight up main leader. She's up
So
like
it's-
18 feet right now.
that's way faster than a black locust, huh?
It's ridiculous. It's a second softest tree. It's like balsa wood.
Oh, it's soft though. Okay.
Yeah. It'll be 6 foot around trunk in about 18 years.
Wow.
Gigantic.
I got to do something with the riverbank at my house. I got to plant some windbreak stuff.
Bamboo.
What?
You know how
Why?
much bamboo sells
Yeah.
for?
Because the wind makes me fucking angry. That's why.
Yeah, that
Dude, I
That's
have like a problem. I need to see a shrink because if I wake up in the
Everything
morning,
makes Howie angry. Just
if I wake up in the, yeah, but this is bad. I wake up in the morning and I hear the 35-mile-an-hour winds on the side of the house. I legitimately get angry, and it's nothing I can ever do about it. Like, what is wrong with me? But I can't help it. I'm like, oh god damn it! I get so mad, and I'm like, why am I mad? I can't go outside and make the wind stop blowing. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, people.
But
who
I don't know.
attend
It's just
Float
natural,
Fest
like for me to
are about to
get mad
find
about it.
out what wind is about.
We get bad wind.
Hey,
coming down.
John.
Yeah.
Don't move to Kansas.
Oh no way! No way.
Nebraska. Jesus out there with like 50 cal.
Yeah, fucking shoot the wind.
So I'm driving through Kansas, and I got to pull over and make some soup. Right. So you get the camp stove, you light the camp stove, and I'm at the rest area, and they have like windbreaks.
Oh, those.
So I can fucking make the soup, because if you try to light your camp stove without a windbreak, it ain't lighting, because
Wow.
it'll get blown out by the wind. And I was like, yeah, this is why I'm not moving here.
Never.
Sorry, Kansas people, I'm just not moving there. Eric,
Never.
if you're out
I
there
would
listening,
I would
No
slightly, I would
but
slightly
offense.
consider it.
what?
I would slightly consider. I would have slightly considered Kansas.
You don't
but-
like wind.
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking?
I don't like weather. I just want it to be fucking 68 and sunny.
Then
all
move
the
to fucking Southern California.
No, I hate that. I hate those people.
Yeah.
You hate those people, but you don't hate the weather.
Yeah, no. It's so goddamn expensive and tyrannical. I would have to show up with all these illegal guns. Like, it would not work out.
See, like Louisiana, you could get like warm, but then you get really
Hurricanes.
and wet. And,
There's the hurricane problem. there.
hurricane, schmurricane, dome house, stilts.
I mean,
No.
California is not wrong. Their weather is badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got it all except for everything about that place otherwise, other than the climate and the whatever sucks. So pass. But
Alaska.
I have a problem with
I
every
love this
place.
in the comments. The wind keeps the mosquitoes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Not here. They learned to fucking fly in it.
They got horizontal stabilization.
And I live on a
yeah.
swamp river. So there we go. I fired
When I moved to
BTs out
Tennessee,
there.
the first thing I did was build a screened-in porch, because it's Tennessee. It's humid. I'm by a lake. Like, what do you think's going to happen next?
Oh, yeah.
No fucking.
Don't say it too loud.
mosquitoes.
Really?
No, not
Good.
a problem. We
It's good
get
to know.
some. There are some mosquitoes here.
Ooh.
The chiggers suck, and there's the no-see-ums.
What's a
and
chigger?
stuff, but the screens don't keep the no-see-ums out. So my screened-in porch was a complete waste of money.
What is a chigger?
You don't need to know till you move here.
Ugh.
Well, that's why. No, I need to know.
Why don't want to stop crawling on me?
A
That's why it's
chigger
not a
is why
plane.
you know that game you played as a kid where there's the hill, it's grass, and you roll down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do that in Tennessee, it's a bad day. Because
Really?
there's this little tiny things you can't see called chiggers that bite you, and those suck.
What the
However, if
fuck?
you want to not have a chigger problem, you roll down the hill, and then you take all your clothes off. So this is fun, right?
Yeah.
And
sounds
then
great.
you put them in the laundry, and you go take a shower, and you wash yourself, and you put different clothes on, and you never wear the same pants twice in the summer, and then you don't get chiggers. But chiggers are like a tiny little mite that crawl up, and they like folds. So they like underwear lines, bra lines, like all that. This is why you always take your bath at night in Tennessee.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This sounds okay. Look,
Move to Alaska. Fuck it.
Oswego, New York, 9 feet of snow. Tennessee, chiggers. 2 reasons humans shouldn't live in those places. Apparently.
Yeah. Oh,
No, you
What
just
is
take a
going
bath
on?
at night and don't wear the same clothes twice. You're good.
oh.
Yeah, but you can't lay on the ground.
You can lay on the ground, but you better fucking not wear those clothes the next day, because then you're gonna be fucked.
They don't
Remember
bite
the
right away?
Pacific Northwest, or
No,
you just
no. You
lay
got
in the field
time.
and
Like
grass.
chiggers come up on you,
Get up.
and then you take your clothes off,
How
and then you
soon
go take a
after?
bath. You put different clothes on. You're not gonna have a chigger
How
problem.
soon after getting them on me do I have to take a bath?
But that I don't know, but I know that if I work,
We talking
in
like
chigger
hours or
territory, hours.
So if I
Probably.
got up in the morning and showered and then I was outside and I was working in the brush or some shit and I get chiggers on me, which by the way, I can't believe the woke left hasn't lobbied to change this name yet. And I got them on me, right? And then I work the rest of the day. Am I going to get bit at some point because of that?
You might get bit, because if you know you've been in chiggers, you just fucking change clothes. It's better just to change clothes. It's a general rule. You just change clothes. This is
What
why
is
I have
this
an outdoor
awful
shower.
place you're
I have a
talking
shower right there.
Oh,
Look at it.
your
It's not
outdoor
built yet.
shower
You
sounds
just fucking
brilliant.
change.
Yes, I heard that the other day.
Outdoor showers are great, but
Yeah.
what the hell is going on? I don't know, man. All I get is snow.
Snow sucks. It's white devil dust.
It's not that bad.
It's bad.
You know what it does?
Have you
Probably-
seen a dog try to pee in the snow who's never peed in the snow? It's a sad moment.
probably
Kills a lot of
tries-
stuff. It's great.
You know what snow does? Probably kills chiggers.
It does. It breaks a cycle. But you don't need that much snow.
But not mosquitoes. So I'm just saying.
We do get a fair amount of mosquitoes, but I'm one of the few lucky people, and I hope my kid got this, that they just have no fucking interest in me at all.
Yeah, Freedom Media says, don't worry, Dowie. People will just think you have crabs.
and they won't be wrong. No, but
That's the beauty
I
of the
don't-
Midwest.
I have no insect issues generally. My wife, on the other hand, covered. It's
Yeah,
just-
because she's like me. She attracts the insects.
yeah, she won't even go outside. We'll like she'll wake up in the morning and some shit will have bitten her overnight, like mosquitoes or something. And I'm
This
just
is
like,
why
what?
I take the nighttime bath.
Yeah. But I can stand
Nighttime
on a
baths are
boat.
essential in the South.
I can stand on a boat in a swarm of mosquitoes and not get bit once. It's fantastic. So
Yeah, and then you probably don't smell so producty in the morning when you go outside, so
Yeah.
they're not just attracted to you.
yeah, use the unscented soap. I'm
Yeah,
looking for
yeah.
a soap vendor, by the way,
Oh,
because Patrick Rorman doesn't do it anymore.
I make
Or his wife.
well,
Emily, is that her name?
yeah, we make soaps. We make soaps.
I don't want your
Answer
pot soap.
No, it's not pot soap. She makes real soaps.
No, I want a specific comfrey tea tree oil soap. That's what I want.
Yeah, you want it with your
Make-
label?
Oh, it's a good idea.
Oh, private label.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
Good-
I
good
just
cake.
added comfrey
Basically have
oil,
free soap.
comfrey avocado oil to my
Okay.
to my cream the other day. Yeah,
You make soap, or is your who?
My wife. I
Oh.
just bought her a really new 5,000 milliliter scientific heater spinner.
Nice. You know how you like how I was immediately like, I don't want your pot soap.
Everybody's like, "Is that pot coffee?" I'm like, "No, no, no. I own a specialty coffee company and a
And-
pot company. Like, can't do two things, you know. That's just crazy."
Can't do 4 things.
But yeah, private label. Boom. There you go, Dowie. That's what I was trying to think earlier. What's more stuff you can carry without having to do more work?
Yeah. Well, I could sell that in the farm stand.
Yeah, it's on the farm stand.
I'm not going to deliver it to chefs probably, but
No. But just
They don't eat soap.
maybe
all stuff like
maybe
that.
they'll want soap.
Everything.
but,
Well, Patrick's wife
I
got
mean,
out
when
of
the
it, or
food
what happened?
shortages come and the prices go up, they're going to serve soap.
Yeah.
We know it.
My wife likes the mint soap, whatever.
Oh,
Everybody
mint
has that,
soap is good.
right?
Mint rosemary.
yeah.
Yeah,
Big fan.
everybody's got the mint soap, I feel like, but the tea tree comfrey oil, that's
You know, coffee soap's pretty good though.
Oh, I got Holler Roast coffee soap from them, right?
So I did one
It was
once
good.
where
I like that. It felt really good.
like I took the you know how when you're firing up the roaster you get the fire up batches, so I ground
Yeah.
those and I put them in all her coffee mold or her soap molds, right? Just a little bit in each
Dusting.
one. Yeah,
Mhm.
and then poured on top of them. So one side of the soap had like a natural like
Like a scrubby.
loofah side, and the other
Yeah.
side was soapy side. That worked out really well. But super light roast is what I found out. Or you just like bleach, like it coffees people, and some people get a little pissy about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess.
Fucking free
I don't
spray
mind.
tanning, dude.
Yeah,
What the hell?
People
Coffee
get
tanning.
pissy about everything, dude.
Oh,
Coffee tanning.
well, you're right.
At least when I get pissy, I know it's probably something I did to myself.
Dowie is
how most
pissy
people
100% of the time.
Yeah, most people should be like that.
I don't even know how to.
I'm
turn
not
the
usually
comment
mad at
off.
other people.
Oh.
Although when someone does fuck me up, it really makes me mad because
Oh
I
yeah,
screw
you don't want to
myself
be on the
up.
wrong side of the Dowie.
Yeah, I do enough on my own to screw myself up. I don't need other people doing it too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, guys, we're coming on the
Oh.
5:40 time.
Oh yeah, we should roll this up. Boom.
Oh yeah, you're
How
in a
do we
different
how do we
time.
wrap this whole like we
Oh,
didn't talk
yeah.
about media being fucked up, but media is fucked up episode.
Tune in next week. Yeah,
Everybody knows
holy
the media
shit.
suck.
You want me to talk about next week?
Oh yeah, well I was gonna say we should promo the media as well. Okay, we should wrap this episode up too though.
Yeah, let's wrap it first.
Yeah, media. So once you kind of have the realization, we'll just go around. Dowie and Nicole wrap
Brian,
it
go
up. And then,
first.
yeah. So once you have the realization, right, that media really is, it's not they're producing shows for you or making money off the whatever. It all is, but it's programming. They have an agenda with every effing thing they do. The more polished the thing is, the more there's intent behind it. And it's usually not just the bullshit on the surface. Or if it is, it's there to get you to not get up and go outside and do something real. So Be careful what you consume. And if you are a producer of content, you are a programmer. What you say to people fucking matters. So, I know me, blah, blah. I'm a dirty mouth. But I'm trying to break through to some people. Sorry. We all got away.
Sorry,
So-
not sorry.
Yeah, not sorry. I'm not. But I just had enough. I had enough. So, anyway, if you're producing stuff because people are sick and tired of listening to the nozzle of shit. So, more people are ready to hear more stuff. So, don't censor yourself. Tell the truth. Be fucking transparent. Like, just be transparent. So much easier. So much easier. All right. Use all the new tech for good and fucking do what you can. All right, Dowie, what do you got?
I don't know. I got
Dowie after dark.
You covered it, bro. No, I don't know. I mean,
Fuck
no
'em
one
all.
should ever listen to anything I say, for starters, because that's a bad idea. And
Don't listen to Dowie.
yeah, don't ever
that
listen to
needs to be a t-shirt right there.
don't listen to Dowie. Don't do anything I do. If
Blue
you do it
cheese.
now, I turned off the news a very long time ago. I get my news from a select few places like antiwar.com for like foreign policy type stuff and like a couple different podcasts here and there. And, like when this fucking war started, I'll watch that on the mainstream. But I think when you've gotten there as far as turning it off goes, because you might need to turn it on like beginning of COVID or beginning of the Ukraine thing to get a general broad view of what might be happening. But within a day, you start going, Jesus, the fucking propaganda is so thick, I can't deal with this shit, right? Then you turn it off and move on. So I think that ridiculous media is good for that, the legacy shit. But, I don't know, man. It all sucks. I think that the generation that, the Walter Cronkite generation that, like, consumes that still are slowly going away, obviously, because, like, life fucking progresses, right? And I think it's dead. It's gonzo. That's their age group is old people, right? And go ahead. That's fine. Whatever. But I think that, I don't know, man. The normies, they either don't care at all, which is fine, I guess, or they're going to listen to what they're told on that too, to a point, So I don't know. Like, Bezos bought Twitter or some shit, I guess. And like he's on there, but I'm like, I don't know if I want these legacy social media platforms to be fixed, because I want the absurdity of the stupidity of these woke fucking retards on full display all the time. And I want them silencing people so that we can go look at how ridiculous they are. So I don't know if I want that to be fixed, because we have our own places we can go anyway at this point. I want our own places.
100%.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of in a mindset where I'm not really interested in unifying with these people anymore, because they've lost their fucking mind. They're pedophiles essentially at this point. And they don't like my lifestyle at all. They think I'm some kind of a, right-wing extremist or some shit probably. And anybody who thinks I'm a right-wing extremist that thinks that your kids should be taught that they can pick their fucking gender at 4 years old, I'm not interested in, conversing with anyway. Or I'm sorry, I'll say it for them. I don't want to conversate with you. There you go. I translated it into their language for you. That's what I got. Rage.
All right.
Pure
Okay.
fucking rage.
I get
Sorry.
to wrap this one up, and I'm the girl. I'm the only girl on the show because he left me here. If you are watching the news and you're looking at what's happening in the world and it fucking scares you, yeah, it's fucking scary, man. There is shit being broken with intention by people in very powerful positions in order to cause problems, in order to cause distress, in order to cause pain, in order to cause suffering, death, all of those things in order to control you. And that's the thing. They're going to control you with this. Unless you say, fuck it. I'm not going to let myself be controlled. I'm going to reframe what I do and take control of what I can. And I'm going to stop participating in their dialogue, because their dialogue is not getting me anywhere. In fact, it's sending me backwards and more dependent on what they do. I will not be a slave to these fuckers. I will not be a slave. And the only way you stop being a slave is you embrace that the emotion is there and you let that go and you start making your decisions from logic. And I know that's hard. Because when you're scared because you can't get meat chickens to feed your family or whatever because of fucking avian flu, that's scary. But you know what? If you can't get meat chickens because of avian flu, you can raise rabbits, you can raise sheep, you can raise all sorts of things if you're a farmer. You can buy those things from other farmers. But what you can't do is continue to allow yourself to be controlled by the narrative. And if you want to stop being controlled by the narrative, you need to turn the narrative the fuck off. Just turn it off. I don't care if groceries are going up 50% in Germany. I don't care if nuclear war is coming because of a war in Ukraine. I don't care that Omicron, whatever, version 9.3, which is called Ba2, is coming our way and going to get us sick. Some people died because of that shit. That's fine. It sucks for those people who died. A lot of people did not die, but a lot of people are allowing themselves to be killed by stopping living their lives, by not hugging their grandparents. And that's fucked up. And the only way to get around that is turn off the fucking news. And if you do turn it on, ask yourself, is this true? Can I verify it? How can I verify it? First thing I did was go talk to friends in Germany about this 50% fucking grocery increase over there that's all over the news this week. All I got back was a picture of a giant fucking pretzel bigger than my fucking head. It doesn't mean shortages aren't coming. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do proper prepping. But it does mean take yourself out of the fear and go into the practical, because the only thing you can do is practical. And if it's going to get as bad as they say it is, then we're fucked anyway, and it doesn't fucking matter. So do what you can do. Let's talk about next week. You want to talk about next week, Brian?
Yeah.
The geese are flying north for the winter. You know what that means?
Wow. We're so effing busy.
Okay.
We got nests.
So in the northern hemisphere, in the fall, the geese fly south for the winter. In the southern hemisphere, the geese fly north for the winter. And it's about that time that geese should be flying north for the winter. You know what? We've been doing Unloose the Goose for over a year. Almost 2 years now. And we made a decision. And this is the decision. Agorism ain't hard. Is it hard?
No, I keep
Like,
running
what
out of
is
shit to say about it.
agorism, really?
Yeah.
Like
It's work outside the system to take the system down.
Yeah, and
to
we
take charge of your own life.
We've been doing this for almost 2 years, and we decided that there's only so much you can talk about on that. And so Unloose the Goose is going to have our final episode next week. The geese are flying north for the winter. If the geese decide we come back out for fun from time to time, we will. But we have covered growing food. We've covered taking charge of your own business. We've covered. What else have we covered?
Oh, man.
Medical.
Healthy.
We've covered.
Networking.
Financial. We've covered. Networking. At the end of the day, we've covered a lot of stuff. Have we covered everything? Probably not. But we've covered enough. And it's a really simple thing, right? Choosing freedom in your life. Choosing to live your life the way you want. Choosing to work outside the system. So next week is our last episode because we wanted to give all the geese the chance to come back and answer a few questions. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that's come out of this podcast that's been really awesome. Then we're going to shutter it. So next week, 4 p.m. Central, join us.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining in today, guys.
Yeah, maybe maybe we'll get everybody to come back. It could be a ridiculously long episode.
Could be ridiculously long, could be ridiculously short. Who knows?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Hey, the after party starts in like 12 minutes, so I gotta click off on this so I can go click on that.
Oh, doing that.
Check out Nicole's new stuff with are you doing that once a month with Jack and John?
Yeah, so I do a Tuesday live stream at 12:30 p.m. Central with John Willis, and we have a different person on.
It's a great show.
But we have Jack Spirko on first Tuesday, and it's a lot of fun. That's at YouTube at this time because I can't get the alts to keep going. But I'm trying. At some point, it will be on some of the alts. I won't mention specific alts right now because they're
And
trying hard to fix their shit.
We'll get it going. I went and re-entered my stream key.
That's what I'm doing on 2 platforms right now.
It seemed to have changed. So, hey, and Dow. So Dowie's been invited to come on the after party. Super, super busy with kiddos and business craziness. So,
yeah, man. Hey, check me out on the Micro Farmers 24-hour farming podcast. Woo!
Micro
On
Farmers.
the YouTubes. I don't know. Yeah, we do that when we can. It's working out to be about every other week is what it's working out to be. But there's some good info in there with me and my co-host, Drew Sample.
Drew Sample. Yeah, that's a great show, too. All right. Well, off we go. So go be productive and think about shit. Anything you want to ask any of us next week? I think Jack said he was gonna come on.
Yeah, we're so right
we're
after
reaching
this
out to everybody.
episode, I don't know who else will be on there, but we have as many Gaggle members as possible on our last show. And you want to come to that one, it might go long.
Yeah. So tell everybody, spread the word, help us do the stuff. All right. Peace out. Honk! Honk, honk. I don't think that'll get us thrown off anywhere anymore.
Right.
Yeah, the trucker thing just kind of fizzled.